For all of those people that have always said that you need a barbell to get stronger, they're just not right. Insert the belt squat. Normally when we're talking about squatting, we're talking about barbell back squatting, front squatting, Zerchers, goblet squats, whatever. But the belt squat is a widely underutilized tool that you can implement into your training, whether you're a powerlifter or a strongman, to increase the strength of your lower body and also help you recover so that you can barbell back squat more often. Why is that the case? Well, first and foremost, this machine does not load your spine. When you're utilizing a barbell for back squats, you put that bar in your back and it's called axial loading. It loads up your spine. And there are some situations where your muscles may be ready to squat again, you mentally or cognitively may be ready to squat again, but the fact of the matter is your spine, the tendons, your discs require a longer period of time to heal and regenerate before you are ready to squat again. That's why you'll run into a lot of lower back issues if you squat the same way all the time, week in, week out. I'm not going to say it's inevitable, but you're at a higher risk of injury if you're doing the same style of squatting all the time with no variation. So, belt squats, very cool machine. And luckily enough here at elitefts, we have the Tiger Belt Squat, which is an amazing tool that you can find at elitefts.com. But there are other varieties of belt squats as well. And you don't even necessarily need a belt squat machine to squat utilizing a belt and weight. And actually, I'll show you something you can do later on in this video if you stick around, if you do not have access to a belt squat. But belt squat 101, very, very simple. First and foremost, how the hell do we get in this thing? So if we look down here, we see the clip, super fancy clip, right? We want this between our legs the entire time, pretty much in line with our center of gravity, right? So for example, if the barbell was on our back, in line with our midfoot, we want the weight of this pulling directly on that same line. So how to get in this without looking silly? First and foremost, belt goes on around your waist. When looking for a belt, what you need to be looking for is making sure it's not too long or not too short. If you're a bigger dude with a wider stomach, you're gonna need a longer belt. If you're a smaller, more petite human, get a smaller belt. We sell these Spud Inc. Belt strap belts. Very, very cool. Find those at elitefts.com. Shameless plug. So, how you hook into a belt squat. First and foremost, I like to grab both rings, put them together. Take a knee. You'll see a lot of people try to bend over and it just kind of looks stupid. So just take a knee, clip right in, and you're ready to go. So like I said, what you want to do, you want to make sure that this weight is between your ankles, right? Between your feet, essentially at your center of mass. And on a lot of different models, what you're going to find is there are handles here, right? So if you're a beginner, I would suggest holding on to the handles. If you're more advanced, you can go without. So for today, I'm going to show you the beginner version because not a lot of people have this particular machine. So what you want to do, like I said, split that weight between your feet. Treat this like you would a normal squat. Lock those feet in. Get that core engaged. Holding onto those handles, you're going to squat. Just kidding. You're going to take the safety off. Keep that in. Safety out. Stupid. All right, so now that we took the safety out and we got all that out of our hair there, you're gonna lock in like you would a normal squat. Take your normal squat stance, and you're gonna sit back into your squat, keeping that chest up. Boom, right? Again, if you're new, I would suggest holding onto the handles, getting a feel for it, understanding pretty much the position you're gonna find yourself in. And as you progress, you can take your hands off of here. When it comes to utilizing the belt squat for training, what we want to usually think about is there's a couple different ways of doing it, right? So there's a really cool article that we'll put in the card at the top from one of our writers, Stefan Walterson, I believe his name is. He did an awesome article about rotating heavy squats with a barbell with squats with a belt squat machine. It's really, really good. And that's how I would program them as well. I would put them in as a break from your regular barbell back squats. It can be for volume, it can be for weight, whatever it may be. As you get stronger and stronger and stronger, what you're gonna find is that you need to focus in on more of the little things so you can keep progressing, right? Understanding the amount of loading that's going on your spine, understanding how long it takes you to recover from a session. These are all things that you need to focus in on if you want to get stronger for your sport, if you want to get stronger for your hobby, whatever you want to call it. And utilizing a tool like this belt squat is a really cool way of doing it. So a couple of variations that we can utilize this belt squat for. As you saw what I did before, I kind of got into my normal squat stance. So we'll go around, dun, 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 dun. Come on. And you clip in, make sure that's all good. Belt just about the hips. So the cool thing about this, I'll take that out because I don't want to do that twice, is you can work on various different squat stance. You can go really, really wide, sit back more. You can get more of a quad dominant squat or a closer Olympic style squat, having your knees come in, go forward a little bit more quad dominant with the feet closer. You can even put wedges underneath your feet. And I don't know if Jacob, you can show some of those prime wedges that we sell down there too. Those are fantastic for you to, again, modify the squat in a way where you can continue training around injuries, you can continue training around different variables that have in your training program, or just overall fatigue. Another good variation to use with a belt squat is marches. All you do, you kind of stepping back and forth, bringing those knees up nice and high, and this is a great way to warm up. It's a great assistance exercise, and it's a great way to get a little bit of work in with your lower body. That's a little bit lower impact. Again, on a recovery day, on a supplemental workout, on an extra workout on the week. Again, a really, really good variation. You can do those nice and wide. You can do them closer. You can do them faster. You can do them slower. Variation is a really, really cool tool when utilizing a belt squat like this, and you can vary it however you need for your training specifically. A really cool variation that a lot of you can do with this machine specifically, or any other variety of belt squat, but the cool thing about this version is that it comes with its own squat box, or box squat. Get on there. So now you can add even more variety, right? Box squatting with a belt squat machine hits just a little bit different. So now we sit, lock that belt in, just like we were doing before. Now you can do your dynamic squats to a box. You can, again, teach a newer lifter how to train utilizing box squats in a little bit of a safer environment that you can control. And again, just like we were doing before, if you're newer, I would suggest holding onto the handles. If you're more advanced, you can go without. And you sit back on the box, keeping that chest up, driving straight through. So, like I mentioned before, and I just kind of want to reiterate, the belt squat is a really good tool for you to implement into your training, where you need to take a break from putting a barbell on your back. I know it's going to sound like heresy around here, but it is one of the best ways to get a lot of really good volume in your lower body, as well as giving your spine a chance to heal and to essentially get stronger for your next barbell back squat session. This is a fantastic tool that, having since come to Elite FTS, I utilize all the time. It's a really great way to warm up. It's a great way to get a lot of heavy work in if you need to. It's a great way to get a lot of accessory work in, like I said, volume. And it's a great way to practice your squat when you don't necessarily have a barbell on your back, right? So you can get a lot of really good practice with this machine. You can get a lot of really good practice with your form. For me, I've been experimenting with a lot of wider stance squatting, and it's a great way for me to, again, get a lot of really high quality reps in without overloading my spine, overloading my torso, and being unable to recover. So The last thing we're going to be going over is a variation that you can do at any gym if you do not have a machine like our Tiger Belt Squat here at Elite FTS. So let's go check that out. Oh, hello there. Back again in the free weight area to show you a belt squat variation that you can do at any gym, as long as you have some weights and a belt and somehow to attach this. So all you'll need, 2 platforms. Here I'm using 2 benches. I'm using the same Spud Inc. belt squat belt, just 1 leader chain and good old fashioned blue kettlebell right here. So all you do is attach it to the belt, and what you'll do is you'll stand between those benches, right? Keeping that same form as you would on that belt squat. If you notice it's pulling straight down, we want that weight right in between our feet. You're gonna be sinking back just like you would on that belt squat, standing up nice and tall. And just like that, pretty basic, pretty easy variation that you can implement if you do not have access to a machine just like that Tiger belt squat or any other belt squat variation or type of machine. And I know before the internet gets to this specifically, yes, that kettlebell was blue and it was big. So with that in mind, thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll be implementing some form of a belt squat variation, box belt squats, marches, all of those things into your training, and give those barbell back squats a break when they need them, right? Hammering the same exercises over and over and over and over again may put you in a bad position, and utilizing something like a belt squat will be a great way for you to continue training hard for long periods of time, maintaining your progress and allowing you to recover for those big PRs. So guys, if you liked the video, check out all the links down below, check out everything that we have on elitefts.com, share it to everybody you know, everybody you hate, everybody you love, and make sure you like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.